Pluto.com interview series. I'm here with my homie 89 the Brainchild, not 89er the Brainchild, or 89 the Brainchild, or any of that bullshit.
89 the Brainchild. The Brainchild, no space between the brain and the child.
Yeah, so 89 the Brainchild, how did you come up with that name?
I went through so many names as a kid. I'm like 8 years old, graduate, just keep going on and on. But I finally
What's one of the names?
I was 8 years old. I got like back in junior high. I was a graduate. I was like OG Slim. There's a whole bunch of crazies. But 89 the Brainchild, that came about where I really just needed something that would stand out and show my uniqueness, but it was still like this creative, like cool. 89, I was born in 89, I'm 21 right now, so 1989 was the year. I thought about just something else that would go with like a title. So I was like, alright, the Brainchild just popped in my head one day, like where Steve Jobs' Brainchild was like Apple products and shit, and where like Ford, he made Ford Motors Gym and shit. Like my family, they had the great idea of getting together one night in '88, get busy, so they could produce this guy right here who's gonna do great things. So they had a great idea, they followed through with it, and they made me nigga.
So yeah, man, you know, how'd you end up with the title Trill Cosby for your debut EP? I mean, that's an important, the first EP name, that's really important. How'd you end up with Trill Cosby? I mean,
That began when I was watching Eddie Murphy Raw, where Eddie Murphy, he discussed how Bill Cosby called him saying he had an issue with acts, like the foul language and stuff. And Eddie Murphy tried to plead with him saying, it's not like I was just telling the stories and making the point. There's this person in between it. And you kind of get that same image placed upon us from hip hop as well, where like your parents may look at you and say, oh, what's in that film? But they don't really understand it. All they hear is just the MF, the ass, the this, and they saying all that shit. But deeper, if you look into it as a real hip hop fan, you'll see there's more to it. So it was kind of a play on that, where it's like, you know what, I'm gonna curse my ass off, but you know, there's like a method to my madness. So we stuck with Trill Cosby because the concept of Trill was based around through OG style Trill, then it was like popularized by Bun B and Pimp C, but Trill was like the real is the real, the true is the true. So I'm giving like the straight, honest, raw, like this image of who I feel I want to be shown to the world. Like I don't want to give off no fake gimmick, no like fake persona. Like who I am outside of the music is who I am within the music. So I'm giving you the honest, real of me. But you know, we still gonna keep it hip hop, say fuck y'all. And I don't care what these little Cosby ass people gotta say about it.
yo, so what would you say is like your favorite record from Chocolate Pudding, and what is your favorite record from Trill Cosby? Well, what's your favorite record from Chocolate Pudding? What would you say, like?
Favorite
You had the best time recording, writing. You know?
I think it was the Formatic joint, because that was like this response to Formatic clothing. Ow, watch out now.
Shameless.
This shameless plug right there. Because I think it was more like what I said, Formatic is Jersey 89. It's like that really just embodied like where I came from. Like it really just like it had like the real just vintage feel within the beat, and then even within the lyrics were still like modern day. Like this was like this a great merger of like what I felt was a good representation of me, because I'm not just like an old school like real like this crate digger or something, and I'm not this guy who like this is influenced by everything you hear on the radio. Like I'm just like real just throw all that in a pot, you know, throw some flavor on it. You got me, and that song really just showed that.
Who produced Formatic?
Formatic joint was done by my boy Rebel D. Me and him, we worked together as small people. We may be putting out a record probably when I get back from LA, and we're gonna get started on that. So shout out to Rebel D. Shit.
Do you have a favorite song off Trill Cosby?
Trill Cosby, favorite song. Let me think. I would think my favorite joint. Like, you know, I love performing I Quit. Like, it was like the first record. So, like, when that was out, the first record you're gonna hear, like, I Quit. That was produced by Art. Like, he lives like in Jersey as well. Like, cool people. The Soup Spoon. It's like a mutual friend. The Guns N' Roses sample, which is very cool. And then just So something that everybody can relate to as a working man, where I say like, oh, there's some days I want to fire my boss, yo, I just want to fire my boss. But that was the something everybody can relate to, because everybody's had those bad days at work, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a real like common man's anthem.
That kind of sets the tone for the rest of the album.
It does, like where you hear, and I feel you hear the humor, but you also hear like the frustration, you hear a lot of the feelings that are going on where like, I just so many issues within my job, but that can also be applied to outside of your job, where I talk about my relationships with coworkers, where you can apply your relationships with your friends or your girlfriend or whatever. So you see where it's going with. It's not this whole delusion of grandeur where I'm just gonna be falling out of control to like the whole shit. Like there is stuff that everybody can relate to, at least on one track.
So yo man, streets want to know, what's your greatest fear in life, man?
My greatest fear, I would think it would be going back to the streets, man, because that's where I fall hard to get out of certain situations and make it better. Go from point A to point B. You don't go from point A to get comfortable. Like, too much is never enough for me. I always want more. Whether it be like just doing this music thing or just entertainment in general or just finding something. But I'm not gonna settle for something less than what I feel is good enough. And ain't shit good enough for me, man. I'm real picky about what I want, and I want a lot of things. And right now, going back to my old job, ain't doing it. These shows are getting me there, so I don't think I can afford to lose all that. That's what I'm scared of, like just fucking up. But you know, a couple things, a couple shots, a little bit of that push. I'm good again. Ow!
So, you got any upcoming projects? What's after? Like, what's after Chill Cosby?
After Chill Cosby. After Chill Cosby, I like to work with all the individual producers who contributed to Chill Cosby. Maybe do like a 5-track EP with Rebel D, who makes an appearance on both Chocolate Pudding and Chill Cosby. Also, perhaps Dollar Thing, who's from Harlem. He did work on both Chocolate Pudding and Chill Cosby as well. Just really to try and showcase what my abilities are, because I don't want to think I'm just this one-trick pony where I'm just going to keep just doing one sound, like where each producer on Chill Cosby, they all give me something different. Like, so you're not gonna get like just used to this one type of drummer, or this one type of percussion, this one type of song concept, or this one set of like lyrical structure. Like, so it's all gonna be just me just doing the like I'm like Bo Jackson, baby. I do it all. I'm everywhere.
Stay tuned for the re-release of Konnichiwa Sayonara.
Konnichiwa Sayonara.
It's gonna destroy Japan like Godzilla.
I swear. Shit, I'm doing this, swinging that, fucking wrecking around.
So yo, any shout-outs you want to give to the people out there? Supporters, homies.
Everybody who supported Chocolate Pudding, this is out right now. Back to Pluto. We Have Spot, Why Not My Dream, Half Moon Fish. I don't really know the whole name. I just got familiar with you, but thanks for your support out there. Everybody from Jersey, New York, California, all the way up to Canada and Japan. Thank you, all y'all. All my producers, Dollar Bed, the infamous one who did production on I'm on the current thing that's out right now on whatever blog. Like, if it's not your favorite blog, demand that. Make sure it's everywhere, man. Deal the Villain, Worst Bit, who appeared on I'm on, featured artist. Mark 2nd, appeared on it. Future Sound, Word, Planet Cool, and anybody left out, I owe you when I get an award speech. And I'll put your name on the list. Oh, and the guy who delivered this shit.
Of course. Well, it was great seeing you, man. And good luck with everything.
That's right, man.
Back to Pluto.com interview series. We out.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, yo, 89er.
What's the contrast between LA and New Jersey, man?
So, the difference is, LA and Jersey, shit is way too spread out here in LA. Jersey, I took a half hour train up to NY, you know what I'm saying? So, when I get there, I got everything, man. Here, I got to jump, hop, skip all the way over to get to the fucking club. That's some bullshit, nigga. What's out for life, though? But you know, I keep it East Coast. Holla.